A 44-year-old woman is missing. Police in Knox County are now investigating.
Coming up, I'll tell you how this portal behind me is allowing students here at Floyd Central High School to change the world.
Rain and snow are both possible for this weekend. Those details now at 5:30.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Police in Southern Kentucky are looking for answers after a woman went missing. Police in Knox County say 44-year-old Shannon Harkins Wombles has not been seen since late last year. The twist is that relatives tell us they only learned in the last few days that she was missing. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to Shannon Wombles' son, who fears something bad has happened to her.
Shannon Womble's son tells me that he's very worried and scared about what happened to his mother. The Knox County Sheriff's Office has opened a missing person investigation after she was last seen in late December.
Everything looked normal. Then right after her boyfriend went to jail, she ended up missing.
Matthew Smith says his mother, Shannon Harkins Wombles, was in a bad relationship with her boyfriend. And during that time, his mother wasn't allowed to have contact with him. He says he last saw her in late December at her home on Evergreen Road in the Flatlick community. Police said they learned Wombles was missing when they were looking into an abandoned car they say is owned by Wombles and her boyfriend.
No,
Smith says that car was found in bad shape, and he doesn't believe his mother would have left it that way.
The car was found, rugs was ripped up in it, the carpet, and her clothes was scattered all through the back seat.
Smith says no one knew that his mother was missing until 2 days ago, the same day that her boyfriend was released from jail and when her abandoned car was returned to him. Now, Womble's son tells me that he has searched all the places that she may have been and have found no sign of her. Police say they have searched the car that they have found. They are planning interviews with those that she may have been with. In Knox County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Police say they want to question the boyfriend but are not calling him a person of interest in the case. A Laurel County man is accused of threatening a sheriff's office after the sheriff would not drop a DUI charge against him. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says Robert Jones made the threats on social media. Deputies also say when they went to arrest Jones early this morning, he caused a disturbance. Jones faces a long list of charges, including drug possession, resisting arrest, and terroristic threatening. As we are learning more about a deadly officer-involved shooting in Oldham County, we're now hearing from a man who says he tried to help the victim. Todd Simpson says he was at a gas station in Gallatin County stopping for coffee when he saw Skylar Williams walk in with Tyrell Pounds. He says Williams did not say anything but looked him right in the eye and mouthed, "Help me." He walked outside and called 911. That's when he says the pair left the gas station. Simpson told Tyrell Pounds to stop. The two, though, sped off on I-71.
Keep seeing that girl's face, telling me to help her. I think I did the best I could, but I just wish I could have done something better.
Following a multi-county chase, Pounds was killed by an officer, but not before police say he shot and killed Williams. Investigators say the couple had an ongoing custody battle. The trooper involved in the shooting is on administrative leave. A grand jury has indicted the man police say was behind the wheel in an accident that killed Louisville detective Deidre Mangadote. Roger Burdett is charged with murder in the detective's death. He's also charged with DUI and 4 counts of wanton endangerment. Police say Burdett was on prescription pills at the time of the Christmas Eve crash on Interstate 64. Mangadote was involved in a traffic stop when her cruiser was hit from behind. She was killed when the cruiser caught fire. It is a cloudy Valentine's Day, also gusty as you head closer to that cold front out to the west. Now, as we work into tonight, we'll be seeing a lot of changes. You'll notice the cloud cover at this time, the big story, and the rain not really to be found yet, but we will see that as the cold front works ever so slowly to the east. It's 56 in Hazard right now, 58 in Lexington. Those mid to upper 50s continue here locally, and as we look ahead, we'll see rain chances
chances for your Friday, even some snow chances Friday night into your Saturday. Of course, Steve will have those details coming up at 5:45.
Andrew, thank you. Congress is expected to pass a spending bill without all the border wall funding President Donald Trump wanted. Now he is expected to sign that bill and declare a national emergency to get the rest of the money without Congress. CBS's Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
The Senate has passed a spending bill that avoids a government shutdown while providing money for border security. The House is expected to vote later today. This after the president told Senate leaders he will sign the bill.
He will also be issuing a national emergency declaration at the same time. And I've indicated to him that I'm going to support the national emergency declaration.
An emergency declaration would allow the president to go around Congress to get more money for his border wall, but it would also set up a new fight with congressional Democrats.
That would be a very wrong thing to do.
But Senate Republicans appear determined to unite behind the president. Senator Lindsey Graham tweeted earlier this afternoon, there is money available to President Trump in the current budget to move around and help build the wall. We'd be stupid as a party not to stand behind him. I can't think of a better issue to define the Democrat and Republican Party than this.
I don't believe that there's any good faith negotiations to have with the Republicans in Congress if they're going to support the president doing an end run about what the will of the people, the Congress of the United States, has put forth.
A national emergency declaration is expected to face challenges in Congress and the courts.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders issued a statement saying, quote, the president is once again delivering on his promise to build the wall, protect the border, and secure our great country. Despite objections from President Trump and Governor Matt Bevin, the Tennessee Valley Authority Board votes to close a coal-fired power plant in Muhlenberg County. The TVA voted today to retire the remaining coal-fired unit at its Paradise Fossil plant in Kentucky by December 2020. The 7-1 decision could put more than 130 people out of work in Muhlenberg County. President Trump tweeted his support for the plant earlier this week. Governor Bevin urged the board to delay today's vote. The TVA says closing the plant will save their customers money. A Kentucky Senate bill that would cut credit given to people using solar energy is on its way to the House floor after being approved. The bill would change the practice in place for the past decade known as net metering, in which utility customers with solar panels on their homes or businesses are credited at a 1-to-1 rate for any power they generate beyond what they need. Senate Bill 100 was approved by a vote of 10-4 by the House Natural Resources and Energy Committee and could be passed into law as soon as tomorrow morning. Students at Floyd Central High School are branching out of their comfort zone a bit by talking to students from around the globe. Today they spoke with students from the Bronx in New York City. WYMT's Paige Noel explains why.
The kids at Floyd Central High School are changing the world.
Kind of like little world changers in like little places.
They are doing so through a program called Narrative 4.
And Narrative 4 is trying to, hit the problem at the roots and having our young leaders be more cooperative and willing to see each other and hear each other.
Kids from across the world are coming together to discuss the difficult topics.
Race, faith, violence, anything that we wanted to touch on, we were able to touch on. But it's so hard to talk about that.
They are talking to other students through this object. They call it a portal. It allows the students to debate face to face.
Just seeing other people's perspective on it, I think it's an incredible opportunity.
An opportunity that is teaching students to have empathy.
You just have to be like, hey, that person believes that way, and that's okay. It doesn't make them have any less rights, doesn't make them any less of a human because of that.
While there may be a few differences, in the end, we're all the same.
All the differences that we see in each other, I think it's really important to see that we're not all that different and we have a lot of the same ideas and views and hopes and dreams and all that.
Practicing to treat people the way they want to be treated. In Floyd County, Paige Noel, WYMT Mountain News.
Students from Allen Central Middle School were also in the portal for the first time with students from Tampico, Mexico. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, how music brought two lives together here in the mountains. and that couple will soon be playing for a national audience.
And that cloud cover is work again. Temperatures still in the 50s, but as we head into the next couple of days, there's a lot of changes. Multiple rain chances, even some snow. We'll track it out in 5 minutes.
And Amazon changes its mind about bringing half of its North American headquarters to New York City. That and more in our Money Watch report.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Services provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
Meet Philip Wheeler. He's Matt Bevan's puppet. Slashing public pensions, charter schools, Wheelers for it all.